I have a haircut, I'm leaving tomorrow, and I got some ideas out my head. So let's get into this video on the 3 things every beginner videographer needs to know. Let's get it. What's up, everybody? My name is Isaiah Barlow. I am a videographer and cinematographer out here in the North Carolina area. And today we're going to talk about the 3 things every video beginner needs to know and understand. So I've been doing this for about 10 years and I've learned a lot in the last 10 years. I literally was just going through some old footage and seeing my progression from one area to another, and I was amazed at how I've changed dynamics, on how I've changed my shot formats, and how I just do things has completely been revamped, and it's wonderful to see. However, there is something that I did notice and I've been thinking about for a very long time. I realized 3 things in my video journey that would have made things a little bit easier for me, and I wouldn't have to be so frustrated about maybe how I grew or how I wanted to do certain things, etc. So let's get into those 3 things and mistakes I made as a videographer that I wish I had known. And if you're starting video in 2023, this is the video for you. So one of the first things that I realized was that equipment does and does not matter. A lot of times a videographer wants to get into the game, they see somebody with a big red camera and they're like, oh my God, that's what I need. That's what I need to do. I need to buy the biggest and baddest. And to some degree, you do. There's a point in time when it comes to clients where you are going to need some more equipment. You're going to need something better. You're going to need a better light. You're going to need a better audio source. You're going to need a better camera. And those things are going to impact. However, the part that doesn't matter is, do you know how to actually use the equipment that you got? See, for me, I really used to care because I felt like, man, I shoot with Panasonic and everybody else shoots with Canon. And this is years ago. I still shoot with Panasonic today, and I love the Lumix family. But at the time, people were shooting with Canon and felt like they were getting a better color scheme. At the time, I was shooting with the Panasonic G7H. It didn't have the greatest color profile, but what I did realize was that the Panasonic niched itself with video, and the video quality out of that camera was so great. It was perfect. A lot of people ask me, how'd you get such great quality? That Panasonic G7H was perfect. Also, I realized that I didn't know how to necessarily use the camera to actually get the best settings. I was a lot of times shooting at 24 frames, but not messing with my shutter speed. Or I was messing with my shutter speed and not shooting at 60 frames. I was just really messing up in my journey when I really could have just loved the equipment that I had and really learned how to use it and hone my skills better. But that's one of the first things I want people to understand. Equipment matters as you scale up. But off rip, you need to know the equipment that you got. And then once you figure out that equipment, then upgrade yourself little by little, bit by bit, piece by piece. You don't get the big rigged out cinema camera because it's a big rigged out cinema camera. You get it when you understand the camera that you're already using and you understand how to use that camera as well. The next lesson that I learned is stay in your own lane. Recognize a lot of people do video. It really is an oversaturated market. I literally was at a car meet the other day and there was a lot of people shooting video content, a lot of people shooting photo content. It was a lot of content creators out there doing different things with photo and video. However, you need to find out what you do in your niche. I literally took a short 5-day challenge the other day and was talking about niching down in your marketplace with video particularly, and I literally have gotten like 10 clients in the last like 5 days just by niching down in a particular market with me and video. So find your lane and stay in it. Don't worry about other lanes or other people doing cool things. Some people are going to do sports, some people are going to do music videos, some people are going to do live events, some people are going to do real estate, some people are going to do cars. It doesn't matter what you do. Figure out what you're best at and what you like, and will make you come alive when it comes to that editing machine you got. Otherwise, you'll be trying to jump everywhere, trying to find every pocket of money you can, and you get burnt out and tired really fast. Find what you like, figure it out. If you're more interview style, make it your style. And if you're more sports, action-y, high energy type videos, make that your style. But it all depends on what you want to do. I've shot a bunch of video and I've realized I personally don't necessarily like all the high energy stuff. I do, but I don't. So it's not gonna be the first thing I jump at when I see a new client. I might do it depending on the price point, but most of the time, I'm really not gonna do it. So it just depends on your own niche and preference. And the last one I want to tell you guys is always try new things. I don't know if anybody's like me, but I personally sometimes get scared when trying new things. I'll pick up the camera, I figure out what I'm supposed to do, I'll study it, and I'll repeat the process over and over again until it's engraved in my brain. That's how I shoot with the camera. However, that's not always the case. Try something new every once in a while. Rules are made to make sure that you do the things the right way, but make sure you add a new rule or you break a rule here and there if it's appropriate for the shot. Make sure you guys are always expanding your brain in terms of trying things new on camera and or in post, because it allows you to be more creative. It allows you to try new things and actually experiment with stuff. If you keep doing the same old thing, it gets boring and repetitive. Clients might know it, and it becomes a template, really. But when you start adding new elements, new things, typography, maybe color grading and things like that, it makes it more fun. I have a friend of mine that I told to do color grading, and at first they didn't want to do it. They said it was going to be complicated. They said that their colors on their camera was already good enough, but they recently started doing color grading and now they love it. Another example of trying something new is right now I'm shooting this in a RAW format on my Panasonic GH6 with my Atomos Ninja V+. And I've never really shot RAW like that. And I'm probably going to start shooting a lot of my reels in RAW and then sending them over. It might be too big of a file, but we'll see how it goes. But we're gonna start trying that out. But it's a new thing. Trying something new, expanding my territory, because at the end of the day, if I don't try it, who's gonna ever change anything? Because at the end of the day, if I don't try it, if I don't try anything new, I stay with the same old thing and the same old content, and people get bored. I'd rather try something new, add some new elements, and see how it goes. And if it fails, it fails. If not, hey, we try it again, we do it again, and perfect it. But that's the point, is always try something new. Anyways, those are my 3 tips for new videographers. I hope you take them, utilize them in every client, and make sure you guys are always staying creative and just being you. You can follow me here on YouTube as well as Instagram. I don't know if Twitter will be alive by the time this video comes out, but at the end of the day, you guys have a wonderful one, and I'll see you on the next one.